What's up guys, CJ here, and welcome back to another all-new Hybrid Network trailer breakdown. This time, the biggin', the one we've been waiting for, the second full-length trailer for Avengers Infinity War. The film is now just a month and a half away, and I know we're all hungry for as much information as we can get about the movie. Unfortunately, this trailer has a ton of goodies, a ton of new scenes, new shots that we've never seen before, and luckily it doesn't give too much away about the film. I've grabbed a few shots and scenes that I specifically want to highlight, cross-referencing back to things that we've learned from Outlet's set visits and the EW special issue, so strap in and let's get down to the nitty-gritty. The trailer opens with an interesting perspective that I think a lot of people have forgotten about and that we haven't actually gotten yet officially. Information on Thanos via someone who knows him probably better than most of the people in the Marvel Universe, Gamora. She's telling Tony Stark about him kind of as the opening narration of the trailer, and it looks like this takes place in the Guardians ship, the Milano, but more on that in a little bit. We later see a scene of young Gamora holding Thanos' hand, and from the background here, it looks like this might be him raiding her planet, taking over her planet, whatever you want to call it, and taking her as one of his children. We see another woman that looks a lot like Gamora standing off to the side here. Fans of Thanos from the comics, you'll be pleased to know that he does have his armor in this movie. We see it twice in two different places in the trailer, although my guess is that he'll only have it in flashbacks. I think he'll have gotten rid of it by the time of the movie. Maybe he feels like he's grown powerful enough and he doesn't need it. But it does look like we'll be seeing some of his warlord days, maybe in the early stages of his quest to get the Infinity Gauntlet. So what exactly is Thanos' plan? What is his quest? Well, Gamora says it's to gather the Infinity Stones so he can wipe out half the galaxy with the snap of his fingers, as in the comics. We hear this from Gamora, like I said, and later Thanos himself as he notes to someone, probably Iron Man on Titan, that half of humanity will survive and that he hopes they remember them. In the comics, of course, this snapping of the fingers and wiping out half the universe was for the pleasure of Mistress Death, although according to the Russo brothers, this origin is being changed, it's being morphed into Thanos potentially saving the universe from itself, but obviously at a steep cost. And my gut tells me there's more to that than meets the eye, but we're gonna have to take it at face value for now. Even without the power of the Infinity Gauntlet, or even one of the Infinity Stones, Thanos is no pushover. He's already really strong as we see him crack open the Tesseract with his bare hand to get to the stone inside. He likely will get that stone pretty early on in the movie, as we know Loki had it, and the Asgardian ship was attacked in the post-credit scene of Thor Ragnarok. Speaking of that, we do see a shot of Loki standing with the Black Order, and of course, Loki fans, calm down. There were early rumors that he joined them and later double-crossed Thanos, but if you look closer, you can see that this seems to take place on the Asgardian ship. I mean, I think you can see the bodies in the background around them, and Proxima does have her staff just fully trained onto him, so maybe this is when he gives Thanos the Tesseract. So we know roughly what Thanos' plan is. What is the humans' plan for stopping Thanos? Well, as Tony says, we have the Infinity Stones, let's use them against him, but that involves splitting up. Team A is Tony, Peter, Doctor Strange, Star-Lord, Gamora, and Drax in space. And we see the first meeting of the Guardians, and Tony and Peter, something that I think a lot of people have wanted to see for a long time, and Star-Lord, of course, makes a not-so-great first impression. We also later see Peter meeting Strange on what looks like a ship of some kind, potentially either the Guardian ship or even that ring ship that we saw in New York, and later see crashing on Titan. Speaking of Titan, it's Thanos' home planet, and it looks like that'll be their main backdrop. I mean, most of their shots take place on Titan. We see most of their fight scenes against Thanos take place there. So whether they're going out to maybe slow him down from getting to Earth or potentially try and nip it in the bud and stop him first off, it looks like they're going to be taking the fight to him. Peter does have his Iron Spider suit in a lot of these scenes, so he'll be making a costume change at some point. Maybe Tony brought it along just in case. Despite some rough introductions, as I said, they're already teaming up for some cool combos, as we see Doctor Strange creating platforms for Star-Lord to jump across as first seen in the SDCC trailer. As we discussed in a video last week, Tony's got a brand new toy in the Bleeding Edge armor, which can form around his body instantly from his new arc reactor, and more than that, it looks like it can also instantly morph to adapt to its surroundings and situations, as in the comics. It looks like even that might not be enough to stop Thanos, as we see it as absolutely wrecked in one scene, and it looks like somehow the nanites have just been neutralized as he's got basically half armor on. Tony's not the only one that's struggling though, as we later get an incredible shot of Doctor Strange being tortured by Ebony Maw of the Black Order. And if this isn't just some trailer magic, it looks like Maw is going to be a sorcerer as well, and potentially wielding the same mirror dimension magic that Caecilius did in Doctor Strange's solo film. Meanwhile, on the other side of things, Team B is Captain America, Black Widow, Black Panther, Winter Soldier, Falcon, War Machine, and Hulk in Wakanda. Why Wakanda? Well, it might have the Soul Stone, but that's unconfirmed, but either way, it is heavily defensible thanks to its armies, technology, and massive force field, but there's also a deeper personal reason here: Vision. Since Vision is made entirely out of vibranium, they take him to the one place with the most of it, and it seems like he'll somehow survive having the Mind Stone plucked from his head, or somehow otherwise be completely injured, given shots from the Super Bowl trailer that, to my eyes, seem to show him without it, but either way, limping heavily. He might be restored to some sort of functionality with the help of Shuri, as we can see her holding a hologram of his head. Looks like she's going to have a huge role in this film, and I'm kind of interested to see how her genius might save Vision. As Team B gears up for battle, we also see a brand new Hulkbuster suit, which, according to some toys and merchandise, might actually be housing the Hulk himself. If that is the case, great plan, poor execution though, as we later see it taken down by a pack of Thanos' alien henchmen, the Outriders, maybe setting up for that cool sequence I know we really want to see where the Hulk just bursts out of the armor. Regardless of what happens on Titan, it looks like Wakanda is going to be the climactic battle of the film, for a couple of reasons. I mean, first and foremost, there's the scale of it. We've got more heroes there. It does take place on Earth, so the stakes are going to be higher. But there's another scene that I want to point out. In the climactic moment of the trailer, it looks like Thanos has made it to Earth, and we see the Mad Titan duking it out hand-to-hand with Captain America, who's holding back the Infinity Gauntlet barehanded despite Thanos having 2 Infinity Stones already in it, power and space. Now, this is just a complete guess on my part. I mean, it's a pretty easy guess, but I think this is setting up for that classic "as long as one man stands against you" moment from the comics. And for those of you at home doing the mental math in your head, going, well, Team A, Doctor Strange, Iron Man, Spider-Man, Team B, Captain America, Black Panther, Black Widow. Yes, I left a few characters out there, and that's because there is a third team in this film, Team C: Thor, Rocket Raccoon, and Groot. They are teaming up, but to what end, we don't know. I mean, a lot of people have speculated it could be Thor going to make a new weapon, but I doubt it's just as simple as that. That seems like a really weird waste of resources. Something tells me there's more here going on than meets the eye. Either way, things look to be not going so great for Thor as we see his head being crushed, but that might happen on the Asgardian ship. I'm not sure exactly what point in the movie that takes place. What Team C's mission is, we'll probably just have to wait and see. It looks big, but it's being kept heavily under wraps. That's all that I could grab from the trailer, though. You know, minute 8, that's all. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you thought of the trailer and if I missed anything, but that's going to do it for me here. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to smash that like if you like what you saw, subscribe for more great content every single day, and consider turning on your notifications to be alerted every time we upload a new video. For even more content, check out our website at hybridnetworkyt.com or our gaming spinoff at HN Gaming, but if you love HN and want to take your support to the next level, consider donating to us on Patreon as we strive to bring you the best content possible. Signing off, this is CJ, and I'll see you next time.